Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls. And I have a little wild girl running around on me here. This is Gojira. She wasn't asleep. She was inside of her mason jar, and she was cleaning herself and eating. And so I made noise in her cage and scrabbled until she came out. And now she's wild. She is a good hamster. She is very, not tame, not domesticated, definitely. I mean, she's a wild rodent, but she's used to touch, and she is active. Now that I woke her up, she doesn't just want to sit in one place. She wants to go exploring. But she is a cutie, and I love all my hamsters, and I like showing them off so that people can see them being cute and fuzzy and warm and alive. So I'm going to put her back in her cage so that she can go back to, well, not even sleep again. Just, there you go, little one. Yay, she's a sweetheart. All my hamsters are sweethearts. I was playing with little Figmo again last night. I was able to pick him up. You know, I had to chase him around to do it. Slowly. Excuse me, but I got hold of him, and once he's caught, he's fine. It's just trying to catch him. You gotta confound his instincts, because his instincts are finely honed, and he dashes off and does not get cornered. And I'm wearing the lace one just to try it out, see how it works out, see if the the type that, well, of course now I can't find the other one, but the non-strap-like type, it looks okay. I'm not a big fan of it, but for under 10 bucks, it's worth at least trying out, and I want to keep wearing them because, as stated, I'm a creature of habit and routine, and if I don't keep something up, I'm just going to stop doing it. So whether or not, you know, it may be the perfect type or one that makes me happy or not, just keeping in the habit is a good idea. A good thing. I haven't done much because I've been feeling ill and so sick with this cold I've had lately. But today I feel, aside from a bit of still in my sinuses and a bit still in my body, I feel 120% better than I have over the past couple of days. Last night I went walkies all around town. I haven't made the full trip up to Walmart and back because I haven't wanted to get up to Walmart and then just been, okay, my energy's gone now, because that would have sucked. So I've just wandered around town and then just come back. So it's been grand total maybe 3 miles, maybe 4 if I push it hard, and then I'm back home. But the way I'm feeling now, tonight when I go out walkies, aside from my sinuses, I'm going to take something for those. I'm going to go all the way up to Walmart and back, so that'll be good. Especially after all these days. Oh boy. I mean, there have been days where I didn't even leave the house. I mean, I left the house, but I didn't, not for walkies. So that'll be good. It'll be a good thing. Definitely. I've got all sorts of stories from way in my youth that I want to write up and enter into some form that were fully written, but the format that they were written in, gone. I was making a tweet yesterday and I recognized and realized something. I have been kind of when I was young, you know, I didn't have any of the internet to be an internet person on. But because I was doing a lot of amateur press association stuff, which is where you were a member of an APA, and every month, or however many times a year the thing was done, every 2 months, every month, you physically typed up a zine, and then you made copies of it, X number of copies, however many of copies, bit of dust there, however many copies that particular APA needed, and you just typed up a zine, and you talked about what was happening in your life, what you were doing here, and then you would also put in comics, stories, stuff like that, and then you would comment on the things that people had done in the last issue. So it was kind of like making a video vlog. That's going to be a nice little do moment there, but you're basically like vlogging in text and then commenting on everybody else's channels, but it was all just really tiny that way. But I was a member of a lot of APPAs back then, and so there's a lot of stuff that I was doing, and that was like pre-internet because you had people being edgelords and doing their zines where anything you thought of could go in. The only thing that decided whether or not it was going to go out there and be seen by people was you, because you printed up your thing and you sent it off to the central mailer. The central mailer got it, collated all of the separate zines together into one book, put a cover on it, stapled it together, and then sent it out book rate to every member. And then that's how they got their APPA. That's how they got their pre-internet internet. And so there's a lot of crazy stuff out there that people have done that now, if it still exists at all, because a lot of stuff, most of it was either done using Ditto, spirit medium stuff, or mimeograph. And Ditto doesn't last long. That's what that was the little sheet where you would write or print or type on this double sheeted thing, and then you'd pop it onto a drum, and then it would run the thing over this methyl alcohol base and then imprint the ink on the back side of where you were writing onto the paper. And then the more copies you made, the fainter and fainter and fainter it got. And depending if you were oversaturating it with the methanol, it might get really soaked through and soggy and hard to read even as it comes out. So Ditto was not a very long-lasting media at all. So probably everything that was ever done Ditto is probably blank pages by now. Mimeograph stencil, of course, was where you took a wax sheet. Well, it was a fibrous sheet dipped in wax, so that when you drew or typed on it, it pushed the wax out of the way. And then when you put it onto the stencil drum of the print machine, it would squeeze ink into the machine, and then the ink would be on the drum, and then it would be pushed through the holes in the wax that you had physically typed with your typewriter, and then the ink would go onto the paper. So you could print up as many copies as you wanted, and it all depends on the quality of the paper and the quality of the ink that was made. So who knows? I mean, good golly, Miss Molly, I was doing APPA stuff back in the late 70s, early 80s. You know, 10 years before the internet was even available. So it was pretty crazy stuff, but there's a lot of weird stuff that I was doing and a lot of weird stuff that other people were doing that it's all, if it exists at all, it's in somebody's garage in a box with other APPAs, and who knows if the Ditto's still there. And like I say, the quality of the paper, most mimeograph paper was very poor quality because you couldn't use just regular like photocopy paper that you have today. It had to be a thicker, denser, more fibrous and absorbent paper to suck the ink into it. So good golly, Miss Molly. But I was thinking about that, going, gosh, you know, because there was no internet stuff, the weird and edgelord stuff I used to do was all unmarked. But it's like, no, it isn't, is it? Now, I've never done anything super crazy. It's just, I used to just type up stories and weird drawings and illustrations and comic strips and all that. And I don't have any idea where all that stuff is anymore. Even of the one APPA that I had started to start off as Junior APPA 5 became a Mansion APPA, and if you look up APPAs in Wikipedia, Mansion APPA is one of those that's listed. Yay! I actually made something that was kind of ended up being kind of cool and a good thing. I mean, I wasn't the central mailer after like the first 3 years of it. I handed it off to another fellow, and he just ran it well, kept getting voted in as central mailer, and it was a good thing. So, yay. Past that, though, as stated, just been sick, so I haven't even really gotten anything done. I haven't been able to really write anything. I keep falling asleep because I haven't been able to sleep well. Even last night, I made sure to stay up late, because lately going to bed around midnight, and it's still around 1:30 when I'm falling asleep. And that's not a good feeling. So I waited till about 1 o'clock, 1:30 last night, went to bed. Still took forever to fall asleep, but at least when I did, it was just about 7 o'clock when I woke up and got out of bed. So definitely a thumbs up. I'm able to sleep through it all the way through now, and that's a very good thing. Ugh, because boy, I hate lack of sleep. That's one of the worst things ever. And little Gojira is still digging around and doing things down inside of her cage. Ever since I rousted her up out of her mason jar, she's just been digging and crawling through her stuff. She's a good hamster. I really like her. I like all my hamsters, though. As stated, I am a big rodent third person. I say this as kind of a goof, and I really shouldn't, but I also mean this quite seriously as well. Now, I have been on a sacred vision quest, and the hamster is my spirit animal, my spirit guide, my spirit totem. So, what can I say? I am linked with hamsters on a spiritual level. A very good thing. But past that, I've just been living, just been doing things. I've been playing games. There's been a lot of games that I really wish I could play every single game that I ever get for my channel, because I love playing games and they're awesome, and there are so many really cool ones that are out, and good golly Miss Molly. But I'm not one of those people that is able to just get a game that's for like, it's a 60-hour game and then just play it all the way through. I get bored so easily. I mean, I really damaged my brain with a lot of things. I mean, my alcoholism damaged my brain. And then when I accidentally OD'd on methadone when I was first going on it, I went through a massive stage of hypoxia, no oxygen, where if the doctors told my wife that if it had been even 5 minutes longer before my kids had found me, it wouldn't have mattered. They wouldn't have had to Narcan me. I would have just been dead. So who knows how much damage I've done to my brain through that period alone, and how much damage I did to my cardiac tissue. Thumbs up for that. But I mean, people recover. Bodies recover. I'm able to go out and power walk up hills, so whatever I've done to my heart obviously isn't the end, and I'm getting better every day, slowly but surely. So I haven't done permanent damage to my gray sponge inside my skull. So it's good. And no matter what, all they have to do is last me through the rest of my years, and that's a good thing. I mean, I'm never going to be president. I'm never going to be anything that amounts to anything. All I'm really shooting for is like not living on the street. And so far it's kind of a struggle, but I'm making it so far. This side looks kind of sunk in. This kind of looks kind of swollen. I wonder what's going on here. Maybe it's just bone. Yeah. Oh well. So life is life, and I'm doing the best I can, and hopefully you're doing the best you can. I do have to call up the VA come Monday to try and tell them that I need to have my therapy appointments, that's the word I was looking for, extended so that I can continue to go, and hopefully that'll work. If not, then my therapy is done, but there's stuff I still need to talk about, and I hope to be able to talk. So I'm hoping that they haven't just closed it off, and that'll be good too. But I have also opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. Thank you very much, everyone who has, whether it is a good comment, a bad comment, and a different comment. The fact is, you took the time to leave me a comment. Thank you so very much. Now, the abusive comments, those ones just get trash canned. But if you disagree with me even violently, as long as you're not abusive, I don't care. That's fine. And if I mispronounce your username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing. It's a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count in American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, I'm getting better though. So let me call it my Chrome. And we have Chris with an apostrophe. Thank you very, very much. Louis Ramirez, greatly appreciated. Atomic Dog, thank you very much. Brandon Davison, thank you, greatly appreciated. Kathy Kids Cat, thumbs up. And Tough Love, thank you very much. FR Gast, greatly appreciated. Jackie DJ, thumbs up and thank you. Robin Scott, greatly appreciated. And Snipes Pros, Snipes Pros, thank you very, very much. And Ballsy Productions, thank you very much. And then there is I am a proud feminist and I have a vagina XOXO. How about that? Suzanne Witt, thank you very much. Pandora NYC1, thank you very, very much. Becca.Ryan, greatly appreciated. Eric A4, thank you very, very much. And Matthew Bulcher, thumbs up and thank you. Good to see you in the comments always. Sebastian Ferris, thumbs up and thank you. And Belsing Demarag, thank you very, very much. Thomas S, greatly appreciated. Babs, thank you very, very much. Alexander De Castro, thank you very, very much. And The Man Games, greatly appreciated. Marathathor 2, thumbs up and thank you. And last but not least, Ryan Heinz, greatly appreciated each and every one of you. Oh, this arm. I was having to carry some stuff from the store last night too when I went walkies because I had to buy some almond milk and stuff. And by the time I got back, right here, it hurt so much. So I don't know what I did when I fell, but it still hurts in there. Thumbs up for that. Anyway though, what else do I say? Especially since I'm done now when I'd usually just be starting. If you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, a definite thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very, very cool. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you didn't want to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. And make sure to hit that little bell so that if YouTube ever decides what they're going to do with that function, it might actually function as functioned. I'm not quite sure what I was trying to say there at the end, but still. So today it's a short one, apparently, because I have no ideas what to say to make it last 20 minutes. I shoot for 20 minutes just as a random goal so that I don't make these things only like 2 minutes long. And that's not going to help me because I've got to talk the stuff out like I'm talking to somebody, because if I can't talk out what I'm thinking, I stop functioning. I am a vocal person in that fashion. I have been a talker my whole life, and I have to talk, and if I can't, I'm stuck. And that was one of the big things that has helped with my recovery, has been talking with my channel, vlogging to my channel, and then talking to my therapist. So, always a good thing. So, even though it's 18 minutes and 40 seconds into this, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that, my friend, is a very good thing. I have a game video coming up. I'm going to have to record something later as well. I've got a ton of things I'd love to show people, so here's hoping that we can. So, as stated, have a very good day, and I will see you.